Welcome to your daily report of the relevant order flow events surfaced by Sceeto and Follow the Bots for trading the S&P 500 Emini Futures contract and the Spider ETF.
Today is Friday, February 1st, and you're looking at a 4-tick range bar chart in the forward Emini S&P 500 futures contract. Today the market marched higher throughout the trading day. The news media was a flurry with the Dow breaching 14,000. As a day trader, these numbers, like 14,000, are kind of irrelevant to me. What I focus on is trying to deduce whether the flow is to the buy side or the sell side. If it is to the buy side, is it increasing to the buy side or is it waning? This type of trading is a very tape reading centric approach of the markets, and I think that in today's electronic markets, being able to read order flow and trading activity, and also being able to align your trading with the trading bots, the dominant trading bots, is the most conservative and consistently profitable approach to trading. This week we've been showcasing higher highs in price, accompanied by higher highs in MACD, and lower lows in price, accompanied by lower lows in MACD. And I drew some images on the chart here today, or just some arrows you can see. You have a high here in MACD and then a higher high. This really puts in a new low, so it's a little tricky, but you see once the high is put in on the close of this bar, which is really the open of this bar because we're using range bars, price does move up. But here we have a high of around 1931 and then a higher high of 2275. You can enter on the open of this bar, which is 1503.75, and you have an excursion up to 1505.50, which is 7 ticks. Not a huge move, it's 1.75 points, but certainly if you're using a trailing stop, you're not going to get hurt there. And let's look for here. We have a high and a higher high, and again price higher and higher in price. And you can get in on the open of this bar, 1504.75, with a max excursion up to 1507.50. So that's 11 ticks or 2.75 points. Here's a low with a lower low in MACD, and of course price moves right down, and again a higher high and price moves up, and even here is a higher high. You'd get in on the open of this bar and price moves up about 2 points or so. So it's a very consistent way to day trade. This view of the S&P 500 shows wind in the lower panel, MACD in the center panel, and then our yellow proprietary tick ratio alerts. And you'll see here if it's above the bar you want to sell and below the bar you want to buy. So it's sell, buy, not a great one, but certainly not bad, and buy, outstanding. Here's a view of our spikes in MACD. Today there were just 2 spikes, red counter trend spikes, which we denote in green because you'd want to buy with them, and they were pretty outstanding. I've added wind to our lower pane, and wind measures trading bot alignment amongst the different trading bots across each of the components of the S&P 500. And you can see there was a pull down here, but wind was very strong green, which inferred that the price would move up. Wind went splotchy blue, then green and back, and blue here, and the market's going to stay up. So essentially you want to trade with wind when it's a very strong direction, either red or green. And if it's green, you're using this directional to trade to the long side, which you did today. If you stuck to the long side, you did very well.
Sceeto's advanced algorithmic order flow monitoring data can be surfaced in real time in NinjaTrader, Sierra Chart, Multicharts, and TradeStation. Register for a free trial at www.sceeto.com. Thanks for stopping by.